My name's Nate Boley, and 20 years ago, strength training changed the course of my life. I built a gym here in Bend, Oregon from scratch that's helped over 1,500 people change their lives as well through strength training. If you want to change your life, head over to benstrengthwarehouse.com, hit the Start My Journey button, and let's chat. All right, guys, we'll see you there. I lost $20,000 trying to invest on my own. And here's what I learned and why it applies to your fitness journey as well. If I wanted to get into investing, I knew that it was a great way to, invest in my future, have a little bit of extra income, and just do a bunch of different stuff that you couldn't do if you were just working a 9-to-5 job. So I wanted to invest my money, but I was not doing well. I was losing over and over and over again. I did my research. I Googled companies. I watched trends. I asked for advice. Everything you'd think to do before making a decision on buying a stock. But every single time I bought a stock, it would immediately drop in value. I was getting so frustrated that I would sell it at a loss because I was like, man, I just lost money right away. Like, this is not cool. And then I would keep the stock in my portfolio or whatever, or keep it on my watch list, and I would just watch the stock recover and then climb higher than I paid for it originally, right? Other times, I would finally buy a stock that actually went up. Usually it would be that exact same story, right? I'd buy it, it would instantly go down, I'd lose $100, $200 or whatever, and then it would recover and I'd start to see it come up. But I started getting that nervousness because I had lost so much money already that I would sell it at these little tiny gains and miss out on the big gains. And again, I would watch the stock rise well past, well past the ceiling mark or whatever you want to call it. And I would miss out on these huge gains, right? And it was just super frustrating, and I was getting really sick and tired of losing money. Like I said, I lost over $20,000 in the stock market by this time by taking people's advice, maybe some wrong advice, and just not having the right strategy, right? So finally, I hired a financial advisor because I was tired of losing money. And time and money and my patience. I was just getting so frustrated with the stock market and having to go back to work and trying to leverage more money so I could recoup my losses and all that type of stuff. But once I finally sat down with a financial advisor, they gave me the playbook and the strategy, and they said, hey, bring your money over here, this is what we're gonna do. And I was like, fine, you know what, I'm at the mercy, I've done it all. The pain of me losing money is well worth the money that I'm gonna pay you to manage my funds. But in return, I started gaining confidence. I started seeing steady growth, and I stopped feeling frustrated the daily ups and downs and losing money and not sleeping at night because I wasn't happy with where the portfolio was. And it's crazy. The same thing happens in fitness. I see it all the time. People, they get a wild hair. Maybe it's a medical thing. Maybe it's the first of the year. Maybe it's this and that, whatever. They get a wild hair and they want to join a gym. They finally decided that they're not happy with where they are in their fitness, just like I was with my financial journey, right? I was like, I'm not happy with where I'm at. I need to seek help because I'm obviously not good at doing it myself. So I see these people going into the gym and they instantly either hurt themselves or they don't have accountability. They don't know what plan they're going to do. They just kind of do this round robin, like, I'll do that machine, I'm going to do that machine, I'm going to lift this dumbbell, I might put a barbell on my back, who knows? And they instantly stop. They don't see results right away, and then they quit, right? They stop going, oh, fitness isn't for me, it didn't work for me. And I'm getting frustrated because I'm going into the gym and nothing's happening, I'm just getting sore every single time, and it's taking up my time, and it's taking up my money, and it's taking up my bandwidth in my brain. And they just never see results. And some people get stuck there. Like, I've been stuck in that financial rut for years before I finally was like, hey, I'm gonna go find some help. So I see that same thing. I'll go around to different gyms. I own a gym here in Bend, and I see it in our gym as well. Sometimes if when their coaches or the clients aren't listening to the coaches and they're not coming into sessions and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, you're having a hard time, and you've paid for coaching, and you're still going to struggle because you're not listening and you're not fulfilling what you said you're going to do. But again, I see people in the gym all the time, and a year later, they are still doing the exact same thing. I still see him on the treadmill. I still see him lifting the same weights. I still see him doing weird stuff. I went to Planet Fitness the other day and I saw some weird stuff going on. I'm like, that is not even exercise. Now, sure, it's movement, but it's not classified as any exercise, and I don't know why you're paying a gym membership to do this in here. You could probably just do it at your house and not do weird stuff in Planet Fitness. But these big box gyms, there is a place for them, and I do hate on them a lot, but it's mostly just because Access really doesn't get the majority of the clients out there the right results because there's nobody holding them accountable. Just for an example, I know one of my friends who goes to Planet Fitness, and they don't say hi to you when you come in. They don't say bye to you when you go out. They don't call you when you haven't showed up. Again, I'm using Planet Fitness because they're one of the leaders in the industry for Access gyms here, but it's the same thing with whatever Access gym you're going to. They actually don't want you to go in, right? So, that is where having a coach to help guide you, first of all, you're going to pay a little bit more money. So you're going to be financially bought in. And now you're going to actually get results because we're going to help you get the plan, have the strategy. We're going to make sessions. So if you're personal training, semi-private or group classes, here's the time to come in. We have to move some things around, and we're going to help you get there, right? So this is really the key for any goal making, for anything you want in life. It's really hard to do it by yourself because you have to be an expert at these things, right? So the financial industry, I only look at it like in the early morning. I go, okay, cool, I'm up a little bit. By the end of the day, oh crap, I'm down, right? I'm down. How'd that happen? Well, there's people that do this for a living 24/7. They are working the stock markets. They've gone to school. They've got all the strategies together. They know what they're doing. They are a specialist in their field. So of course, no wonder why I can't beat them. I'm not a specialist. I am a fitness professional. And when those financial professionals and specialists, they don't know what to do when they're doing their fitness. Half of them either go to a gym or don't go to the gym. And they're just, if they're not going to a coaching gym, they're just doing the same thing because their bandwidth is not quite there. You can't be a jack of all trades anymore. There's so many things to be good at, and there's so many people that are doing niche down specific things that it's really tough for you to beat them or get anywhere close. So my advice to you, as I've gotten older, this is advice that I've used myself and I got from somebody else. As you get older, start farming things out, right? So when we first opened our gym, I was, researching all the equipment. I was doing all the coaching. I was doing all the books. I was doing all the advertising. I was doing all the sales. I'm doing everything. I'm doing all the stuff. But guess what? What happens is that you're really not doing anything very well. So, and then I'm also programming for myself. I am, I'm lifting weights at a high level. The first thing I did was I was cleaning the gym at nighttime. So the first thing we did was we hired a cleaner to come to the gym. Cool. Now Nate doesn't have to worry about that, or Megan doesn't have to worry about that. We are just gung-ho. That's one thing off our plate. We can take that brain bandwidth back and really start to kind of niche down on the things that we really are good at. And one thing about being an entrepreneur is you really have to hone down on what you're doing. And again, you guys as professionals in whatever industry you're in, whether it's medical or automotive or such and such, if you're farming out things to other people that they take care of it for, and it's taken care of, it's definitely going to cost you, but you can focus down more on what you're doing so you can make more money and you can be less frustrated. So that is really the gist of it, right? So there's definitely parallels with everything you want to do in life and goals. It's like, hey, today, there's so many distractions and there's so many things to do and work's crazy. Can you imagine spending an extra hour a week programming for yourself, and then actually going into the gym and making time for it and not skipping it, because what usually happens is access usually turns into not going at all. That wouldn't it just be nice to just walk in and know the programming is done for you? That was the second thing I really did, was I hired a coach that helped me with my fitness, because I was like, hey, look, I'm really needing to focus on this business right now. I can't spend 2 to 3 hours a week programming for myself at a high level, and I definitely can't spend 2 hours in the gym a day working out. Otherwise, it's going to take away from that. Now, I still hit the weights. I still do pretty well. I'm still pretty strong. I still can get some records, but I use a coach to program for me. So I walk into the gym, I know it's there, and I can take care of it. So, and then also I can make sure that, I'm doing what I need to do, right? So that's really where, we come in as Strength Warehouse. We help guide people through a step-by-step process that really eliminates all the guesswork. And dude, it was so much easier, so much less pressure off, it took so much weight off my shoulders as soon as I had somebody being like, oh yeah, I'm just going to send you the program and you just do it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually a thing. And that's why I really, really, really tout getting a coach, right? Having somebody help you. We help you with, all, like I said, taking the guesswork out of it, so you're not frustrated. We're going to make sure that you're getting to the goals you want. We won't let you chase quick fixes or jump from random program to random program. We're going to have the program for you, and it's timeless. We've done it thousands of times right now. It's going to work as long as you stick with it. It's just one of those things. So I would say definitely Take us time to think about it, especially with your finances and your health. There's something that you shouldn't take lightly, right? Two biggest things in your life right now, obviously health is first. You got to make sure you're healthy. And the second is your finances. You really want those things on point. And so I would just say, if you're tired of spinning your wheels, find a system and a coach. And there's no better place than the gym that won Best Gym in 2024, runner-up in 2023, and we're definitely gung-ho on making that happen in 2025 here as well. So if you're tired of losing time and progress, I would highly implore you to schedule a no sweat intro with us today. And we're going to take you through our catered 20-minute consultation process. We're going to get to know you better. We're going to ask you a few questions, get to know where you've been, where you are now, and where you're looking to go. And then we can strategically build you a roadmap, just like your financial situation. But we are not financial advisors, so we can't do that. But I know some great people, so if you need anybody, hit me up. And we can help you create a roadmap to your fitness future that's going to help you. It's going to get you there for sure. As long as you come in and do your part, we're gonna get you there. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. And don't do what I did. Don't do it by yourself. Don't lose $20,000 in the stock market. I also did fitness by myself for a long time, and I did find myself being like, hey, I can get to some levels, but that's about it. Like, I have a hard time just like everybody else. Like, we have so much things going on in our lives that it's so easy to just miss out on little opportunities. And like I said, you can't be a specialist in everything. And if you dive into everything, you don't do anything very well. So a long time ago, about 5-6 years ago now, I started farming out things and delegating things to other people and really focusing on what I can do well. And that also helps me to have my fitness on point, my finances on point, the business on point, and then my home life as well on point. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. It's a short podcast, I know. But yeah, I'm going to have some more member testimonials coming up here, so watch out for that. And let's make 2025 the best. All right, guys, we'll talk to you later. Thanks for joining us on the Go Heavy or Go Home podcast today. We hope you got a lot of value and had a ton of fun. If you guys want to learn a little bit more about what we do, or just have a ton of resources at your fingertips, head over to benstrengthwarehouse.com and hit the Start My Journey button. All right, guys, until next time, go heavy or go home.